What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Wisdom Wayne podcast. I'm your host, Matt Velvet, and today we are in a different location because I kind of wanted to switch it up. The last one was cool, had the balcony view in the background, but the lighting was terrible, and you couldn't really see much in the background anyway, so there was really no points. So I picked a new spot to film. Hopefully the lighting's better. So today I want to talk about romanticism, and the idea for this episode was inspired by the song Everything is Romantic by Charlie XCX. So I was just swimming in the pool the other day, but before we get into that, it's time for some whiskey Wayne, Matt Velvet Monday. So, before I get into that, I'm going to preface this and say, so I bought a bottle of Blanton's. This is the first time that I've bought a bottle of Blanton's, and it'll probably be the last, because honestly, it's kind of overhyped and hard to find and overpriced. But, I kind of always wanted to buy one, just to say I did. And what better place to buy a bottle of Blanton's than Hawaii? So I went to get some single barrel picks from the Foodland Farms, where I got the Maker's Mark, and I just happened to ask if they had any, and they did. I was that guy. I said, "Do you have any Blantons?" And she said, "Hold on, I'll be right back." And she came back with a box of Blantons, and I took it out of the box. Now I'm about to take it out of the bag, and I better not see any comments saying that I'm a tater. If I do, you're going to be blocked immediately. No, but seriously, I have been called a tater before by my former boss, Jigs Patel, who owned Jigs Liquor. And we would have barrel picks, barrel releases that I helped with. And when we did that, we had like an allocated table, and I would get to buy some sometimes. And when I would buy E.H. Taylor, he would call me a tater. But I love E.H. Taylor, and I'm not embarrassed or ashamed of it, okay, Jigs? No, it's all in fun. I rode my bike down to Foodland Farms today, got 2 barrel picks. I'm excited to show you one of them, and I have a story about it, but I'll save it for later. I got 3 bottles altogether. I got some tasting glasses. They didn't have Glencairns, but they had these. Does this work? Wait, this actually kind of works. I got a 2-pack of these. They're kind of cool. And I got some more simple syrup, some ice cream, and some mango salsa, I think, or something like that. Pineapple salsa. And after I picked up all the bottles, I was like, wait a minute, I have to bring all these on a bike. Luckily, I brought my backpack empty so that I could fit as much as possible, and I fit it all in perfectly. So, yay! Let's go ahead and get into this. And see this little horse on the top. It's so cute. I got the bee. And no, I'm not going to be collecting them all. But I will say this. Okay, so the reason Blanton's is so hyped up, it was the first single barrel bourbon, and I will say their marketing is genius. They really know what they're doing. So, I've sold some of these when I worked at the Publix liquor store. This is cool. I don't care. My bottle number is 73 from Warehouse H, Rick number 9, and I think it's only from Warehouse H, I'm pretty sure. It's 93 proof and dumped on 11/4/24. Period. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't even know how to open this. I'm kind of scared. Like, do you pull it to... Okay. There's the wax. Oh my god. I'm probably never going to do this again, so I'm going to enjoy this. Now, I have tried Blanton's before, and when it's at a bar, I will get a pour of it if it's a reasonable price. I actually had some here in Hawaii at the bar, like right around the corner, this Irish pub. But I've never had a bottle of my own. So, here we go. Oh. I'm definitely keeping this little horse. Okay. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. All right, kind of smells like wine, like a white wine. Smells, I don't know. I'm never gonna get a liquor deal, brand deal. Maybe, I don't know. Never say never. There's definitely like, I'm getting some like rye spice or some spice. Definitely got a little kick and a little honey. I kind of taste that. I'm not just making that up just to redeem myself from last time. I kind of do taste that. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's cute. Whatever. Anyways. So, romanticism. And I'm not talking about like finding love or going on a date. I'm talking about romanticizing your everyday life and taking in just the small things. So what inspired me to want to talk about this today was the other day I was at the pool, which in this apartment building, it's not like a rooftop pool, it's on the 5th floor. And so it's like they kind of cut out the building. So there's like an area to sit and do laundry and stuff with the covering of the building. But then on either side, there's like these little open areas. One side you can like lay out and tan, and the other side is the pool and the barbecue area. And so it was sunset, and I was taking a little swim. There was an old German couple sitting by the pool, and the lady was knitting. And it was just like cute. And then the way the sun was like peeking in through the leaves and through the buildings and just like casting shadows, it was really romantic. And I thought of that song, Everything is Romantic by Charlie XCX. And I saw like this bird fly in, go to the bird bath and drink from the water that was running. And it was just one of those moments. I wish I would have had a video of it. But then I was thinking, sometimes it's nice to just enjoy moments and not capture them and just remember them. But I think it's important to find the beauty in our everyday life and to kind of like stop and smell the roses, to be cliche. Like when I'm hanging out in the Airbnb, a lot of the times I'll have the sliding glass door open and just have the fresh air come in, and the birds will come up and like kind of walk around, hang around, like kind of look in here a little bit and then fly away. And I just love those moments. It's really nice. And it can also be just interactions with people, like the girls at the coffee shop, Kai, just like those little moments. And I don't know the other girl's name, but she's like starting to warm up to me. Today I went in and she knew my order and already had it rung in before I even told her, which was really cool. So of course I tipped her because I love that. I used to work in retail. I used to work in customer service. So little things like that mean a lot and go a long way with me. And I really appreciate it. And I also went to the 7-Eleven this morning, and there was this girl there. She was kind of like sitting down behind the register, and it took her a minute to like get up and help me. And she's like, sorry. And I was like, you tired? And she's like, no, just have a lot on my mind. And instantly the empath in me was like, wish I could help her. But I was like, just trying to give her some encouraging words, and told her I hope that things work out and that she's able to get her mind off whatever she's going through. And I had told her to have a great day, and hopefully that, at least made her feel a little better. But yeah. Also, like today, I was biking to and from the store to get the whiskey, and when I came back, it was like it started raining really hard, and I was like, you know what? I kind of like this. It's kind of nice. Just enjoy. Feel the rain on your skin. As Hillary Duff said, I'm coming clean. Period. But yeah, I feel like especially in the area I'm at in Hawaii, it's very touristy, and I've done a lot of observing. This is my 4th time being on Oahu, so I've kind of done everything I want to do. There are some things that I'm still going to do, but I have plenty of time to do them, so I'm not in a hurry. So I've been observing a lot, and I'm here by myself, so I have lots of time to just watch, which is fun. And I see a lot of, and I have been seeing a lot of TikToks related to Hawaii. Somehow they know I'm here, and that's been all of my feed, especially Waikiki. And it's a lot of the same, just people going to the places that are really popular and getting those Instagram photos, which I've been guilty of in the past as well, but not really taking it in or enjoying the moment or connecting with people. And I've seen a lot of comments from native local Hawaiians who are kind of, will go, I saw a TikTok where it was like the reality of what you expect on your trip to Hawaii is like all sunny and beautiful, and then the reality where it was raining like today. And somebody said, oh, well, it takes rain to make all this beautiful, green, luscious land. And then another person was like, go home, kook, which I thought was kind of funny. But I'm from Florida, and I lived in Orlando for 6 years, which is very touristy, and I see a lot of comments from people in Florida saying, don't come here, we're full. So, which I understand. And in my experience with the native Hawaiians that I've met, they've all been really nice and really chill. Even like this guy who kind of looked homeless outside of the coffee shop, he kind of said something to me. He's like, and I was like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I was like, how's it going? He's like, well, I'm alive. And I was like, hell yeah, or something like that. I was like, have a good day. And I could tell by his reaction that he was kind of surprised that I engaged with him, because he's probably used to people just, either getting scared or thinking that he wants money. But sometimes people just want to say hi, or a little bit goes a long ways, and just saying hi or have a good day or just throwing up the shaka can make somebody's day. Even just random interactions too. On the first day I got here, I didn't want to go to sleep or anything. I got here around like 1:30 p.m. and I didn't want to go to sleep. I wanted to stay up so that I didn't ruin my sleep schedule, even though it's still kind of messed up, but I'm just dealing with it. The first day, I was really looking forward to going back to the Royal Hawaiian bar. That's the pink hotel, the iconic Royal Hawaiian, the one I got kicked out of when I went with Will because we were swimming in the pool at night when it was closed. I just went up to the bar and ordered an old fashioned, and then this girl came up next to me and started talking to me, Jeanette, and we follow each other on Instagram now, which is really cool. And it was her birthday, and I just got to know her, and it was really cool. And there was this other guy, older guy, and he asked me what I was drinking, and I told him an old fashioned, and he's like, "Oh, that's what I normally get." And I was like, "Yeah, that's my go-to." I don't know. It's just, I don't know if it's because I'm kind of on vacation. I'm not fully living here, but I feel more comfortable talking to people and being social here. And it's kind of funny because I was diagnosed with social anxiety last year. So from going to that to just like talking to random people and going out in public is like a 180. So it's really cool. I think this place is really healing. Just being in the ocean, and I have this screensaver of a shot of Diamond Head and the beach on Fort de Russie Beach, which you can see from my balcony. And there's just something about that moment that I captured that just, I don't know, brought so much peace to me. We were filming a music video for Will, and I just took that picture and just looked at it every day until I came back here. And now I can go down there and swim every day. I have been almost every day. Today I probably won't go to the beach just because it's raining a lot. But yeah, everything is romantic. I really love that song and just that idea, that philosophy of anything can be romantic. And I've kind of come to this point in my creation, in my artistic exploration, I guess, and kind of understanding the kind of art and the kind of content I want to create. And it's heavily inspired by Lana Del Rey. But I just want to make my life my art and my art to be my life. So they're kind of married. And I think a lot of times when people are influencers or vloggers or podcasters, and I've even been guilty of this, they kind of create things that they think people will want to see, or they overthink it. And I'm going to try to do more of just what feels right, what feels natural, kind of just free flow, have some structure. Like, these are pretty structured at this point. Like, I have a theme that I go off of. I do the whiskey sipping, share stories of my day-to-day. But I want my life to be a work of art. And I should turn off my notifications when I'm filming because I have ADD and I just get really distracted easily. Good news, I remembered to plug in the microphone from the very beginning. Hey, sees the small things, the small wins. So that is my Wisdom Wayne tip of the day. Find the romanticism in your everyday life. Everything is romantic. Now, that being said, I'm going to take my horse bourbon and go sip on it. Also, fun fact, when I went to the Makapu Lighthouse Trail, which that vlog will be out when you see this. So if you haven't seen it already, go look at it. Go watch it. Give it a like. Give me a subscribe. The really nice gentleman who was my Uber to the lighthouse was from Kentucky. Or, no, sorry. He's native Hawaiian, but he lived in Kentucky at one point. And I was like, oh, nice. I love Kentucky. I'm a bourbon drinker. And he's like, oh, yeah, I love Blanton's. And my first instinct was to want to, like, judge him. But then I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bruh. So now look at me. I'm drinking Blanton's. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. And if you say something, I'm going to block you. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching the Wisdom Wayne podcast. I am your host, Matt Velvet. If you're watching the video version of this and would like to hear my soothing voice in your car, in your headphones, or wherever, check me out, Wisdom Wayne, and the link in my bio, or just type it in on Spotify and Apple Podcast, Wisdom Wayne. Should come up. If it doesn't, just shoot me a DM and I'll help you find it. And if you're listening to the audio only version and would like to see my beautiful face and exclusive clips and bonuses, then check out youtube.com/MattVelvetOfficial. That's MATTE Velvet Official. And that's all for today. Aloha.
All I ever really wanted was my story to be told.